All right, so this video is sort of for the Canadian homies, uh, one in particular, and yeah, she knows who she is, and I don't know what's going on, okay, because it's kind of strange to me. I have my own suspicions, based on the sort of background of the people involved and what I know about that. And I can't get too involved in it because it'll make it like a 20-minute video and nobody wants to listen to that. So, but it starts out with like a friend who he would be considered sort of liberal party. I don't know if he's actually registered as liberal party, but he kind of thinks that way. And he was basically comfortable, not like super excited, but he was okay with, oh yeah, Pierre Poilievre is going to win the, PM. And he just said it was like a fait accompli. And it didn't happen because our stupid idiot president decided to say he was going to make Canada a 51st state. And we were both like, huh? And since he works with the public, he told me that people got so irate about that. The vast majority of Canadians just, it was elbows up. Elbows up, that was it. And yeah, that worked. And so you end up with this guy who ends up being the guy who ran the Bank of England. Just saying. Think about it, guys. And so that's who runs Canada. And now he's come out and said he wants to make America great again or something. There's just a lot of moving parts here that are not making sense to me. That's why I'm making the video, just to see what people say in comments or something. It really doesn't make sense. But I knew when T-Man came out and said he wanted to make Canada a 51st state, PP was done. I know enough about politics to say, oh, that's it. So, is he doing a favor for this guy, Carney, and then they pretend to fight? I don't know. I don't want to get too conspiratorial, but it sure seems like it. And so that's why I make this video because, yeah, good friend that lives in the east of Canada. She's really cool. Made in Liberty. She's dope as hell. But I just can't get my head around how and what the end game is of this. I mean, I could just go on and on, right? I could just go into like QAnon BS type. Not that I believe in QAnon, but I could just go into nonsensical territories. But something's amiss, you know, because now all of a sudden he said MAGA. Huh. And I know that it probably has a different context than a U.S. citizen would say that in, but still, I had to make a little, at least short video about it, because I would advise people, if you're kind of one of these rabbit hole type people, dig into it a little bit. Something's up, and I'm not saying I have the answers, but I at least gave you some questions.